Welcome to Metal Wani. With us today we have Delain's mastermind and one of the best arranger in symphonic metal, Martijn Westerholt. How you doing, Martin?
Oh dear, what an introduction. Thank you very much. Doing fine, thanks.
Awesome, man. Now, first of all, 2014 saw the release of Human Contradiction. Then you went on endless touring. You toured, states with Nightwish, obviously Europe as well. You played almost everywhere, and quickly with the new EP now. Now, did you even get time to take some rest, take a breath while you guys were working like relentlessly?
Well, that's a good question. Sometimes I think it's the whole schedule was nuts. It was crazy, and actually the planning for the new album went to smithereens pretty fast. But in general, it goes fine, and we love our work. And yeah, I think I've got the best job in the world.
Hmm.
So I should not complain about being busy. And no, it goes well, but sometimes it's a challenge indeed to to do everything you want to do.
Right, absolutely. It's like you guys work like a machine. There's no rest for the wicked, like they say.
No, no, actually, in December it was pretty easy. We
Hmm.
really needed that, and even then, of course, we worked on the album. But yeah, not a lot of rest for us indeed. We like our work too much.
That's good to hear that. And we had a Sucker Punch coming out a few days ago. It's obviously one of the new song on the EP. How have the fans responded to it?
Well, we're spoiled, really. I could not. I really had to search pretty hard to find any negative response. I couldn't find any. That I think the one which was perhaps the most critical was somebody saying that he should give it some more spins to
Hmm.
let it grow on him. Well, if that's the most severe response you get, I don't think you have to complain. So no, in general, the response was fantastic. It was absolutely great. So we're really happy with that.
That's amazing. And there's also an orchestral version of the song. So I was just wondering what triggered a thought of having an orchestral piece of the same song on the same EP.
Well, we really like orchestra very much,
Hmm.
and we work together with a fantastic orchestra arranger from Finland called Mikko,
Hmm.
and he did such a great job on Sucker Punch. And I also arrange orchestra, but he's really specialized in it. So
Right.
I do give some pointers in orchestra, but he's really the mastermind in that department. And I like the stuff so much he made that I decided to make a separate track, orchestral track of that
Song.
song. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's why I put it on there.
Awesome, because we also have a new Flesh God Apocalypse coming out, and they have the orchestral version of all their songs of the album. So it was wonderful seeing the contrast between how they arrange and how you arrange. Obviously, you guys play two different, styles of metal music, but again, this is amazing.
Yeah, sure. It's about yeah. You don't need one single instrument for translating your song. You can do it with a lot of different approaches, and that's really cool about it. It can give some surprising results now and then. But still, if you can recognize the song, it says something about the song. That the song is yeah, a complete song.
True. Absolutely. And we have turned the lights out as well. So I was just wondering, these two tracks were written, let's say, when you guys were on tour, or maybe they were part of the Human Contradiction, which never made to the album.
No, no, absolutely not. We actually wrote it for the upcoming album, and
Hmm.
this time we chose not to write, record, and mix in one go. We decided to chop it in pieces. So we wrote a couple songs, and then we record those songs, and
Hmm.
then we mix those songs, and then we did it again. So
Hmm.
actually, at this moment, as we speak, some new songs are being mixed,
Okay.
and it works really well for us. And so I'm not really good at riding on the road.
Right.
I need some time alone. And beside that, the riding team of Delain consists out of three people: me, Charlotte, and Gus. And we
Right.
write about 90%. And Gus isn't in the live band, so
Hmm.
it's also difficult to finish something without Gus. He's really an essential part in the writing.
Absolutely. Like you said, you guys are working on the new album. So the plan was to kind of give fans a slight taste of what is expected of the new album, which is probably going to release sometime this year.
Yeah, exactly. Because we had those songs done already, and
Hmm.
we liked the results very much, and we thought it was a good representation of what's to come. We
Hmm.
thought like we also got a lot of requests from fans saying, "Give us new material,"
Hmm.
and of course because of all the touring. Yeah, the album planning took far longer, so we thought, why not release an EP already and
Right.
give people some material? So that's how it came to be.
Awesome. So is the recording for the upcoming album done? Like you said, you guys are mixing or you're doing it in bits and pieces?
Yeah, we're doing it in bits and pieces, and now we did the second round. So
Hmm.
when this is done, we have 7 songs done,
Okay.
and then we want a third round. I don't think 7 songs is enough,
Hmm.
and we need a third round. But of course, we're going on tour with Nightwish in
Yeah, in next month.
exactly. So then we will lose 2 more months.
Right.
So we finished up as much as we could right now, and then we will do the last round when we're back. And yeah, we don't want to rush anything. We're very critical about our music, and
Hmm.
it should be good. I mean, we want to give it the time it deserves. So this is the best way to do it. Chop it up in pieces.
That's awesome. So with 7 songs done, let's say with once you're back from the tour, you may write. Ideally, how many songs do you feel are like the best to be put on the album? Neither too
Well,
less, neither too more.
ideally it would be 30 songs, but that's wishful thinking. So I hope we can write a couple songs more, like 2 to 3 more songs at least. That
Hmm.
should be possible, and then we have a nice round number, and the length would be really good. So I think that's doable. So I think about 3 more songs.
Awesome. That's good to hear that. And have you and Charlotte sat together and decided the sort of concept or suppose a sort of a lyrical approach? What is going to happen on the upcoming sound?
Well, the lyrical approach, that's really Charlotte's department. My
Hmm.
department is more being the producer
Right.
and more the musical department. And
Hmm.
of course, you talk about the lyric department. And as the title suggests from the EP, it's called Lunar
Lunar
Prelude.
Prelude.
So this is of course related to the upcoming album. And
Hmm.
let me say that there is something with a moon in it in the
Okay.
title in the song, and that's why this title has the same object in it.
That sounds really cool. For you guys as well. Charlotte is such an amazing singer, amazing, lyric writer, and then you, are a great arranger of the album. Of the band as well. For you, seeing how you've evolved over the period of time, where do you see that? Okay, I have improved how it was back in the day.
Well, I think sometimes people ask, don't you think it's so cool how your plan worked out? And I say, well, there was no real plan,
Hmm.
and indeed you evolve with every record you develop, and that's something I like very much. That's a very cool aspect of making albums, that you learn every single time,
Right.
and also this time we learn again. So I think we work in a totally different way now than we worked with our first album 10 years ago, and it's really cool to see. And I'm really curious where we stand when we're 10 years in the future. And I don't say it's better; it's just different.
Absolutely.
So
I
yeah,
can understand that.
it's for people to decide if it's better or not. They're in charge while listening to our music.
That's absolutely true. In fact, my next question was related to that. That in we have such a huge barrage, or let me say, sea of symphonic metal bands out there in Europe, in States, in everywhere. But Delain, you have made a mark with the kind of songwriting, the way you touch the emotional side of the metalheads, be it the melodies, be it the symphonic, everything is encompassing what Delain is all about. For you as an arranger, producer, and part of the band, what according to you keeps Delain out of the list of already monotonous symphonic metal bands out there?
Wow, you make me shy. Well, the most important thing about yeah, about making music is pretty simple. It has to
Hmm.
come from the heart. I talked about this with Thomas from Nightwish. I regard him as a friend, and that's very that's the essential part. Just make what's from your heart, and yeah, if it touches you, then it's good. And yeah, if it touches the fans, that's of course a different thing because we cannot influence that. That's for them.
Hmm.
They are, and in the end, they are in charge. They decide if it's a success or not. The only thing I can do is make what comes from the heart and hope people like it. So it's actually pretty simple. Music is emotion, and keep the emotion in. And it has to be genuine.
Right.
That's the most important thing. So what we do is really from the heart, and it's a really genuine thing. And yeah, hopefully the people like it.
That's awesome, man. Good to hear. And like you said, we have Sonata Arctica, Nightwish, Delain tour coming up. Last year as well, you did a short run of states with Nightwish. So I think it was Sabaton last time, if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
that's
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So now it's Sonata Arctica. So three amazing. You have a power metal band. I mean, I don't know in which category would Nightwish come in, but all three of you have the similar background, if not, how you have evolved. But an amazing lineup. You must be looking forward to your American fans listen to the new material like Sucker Punch Live.
Absolutely. No, really looking forward to that. We always get a very warm welcome when going to the States. This is already our fourth tour in, I think, 3 years. So it's really, it's we came back there really really often, and that's fantastic. And also touring with Sonata and with Nightwish.
Right.
We toured with them before, so yeah. Also, when last time when we did a tour with Nightwish and Sabaton, it was like a family reunion. It's, oh,
Right.
there we are again, and it was fantastic. So it's gonna be a blast for sure. It's the Nightwish guys. They're friends, and also Sonata. We toured with them both in Europe and in the States. So it's gonna be great.
Awesome, man. Good to hear that. And in fact, my first experience of seeing you guys was at Epic Metal Festival in November when you guys played the other
Ah,
stage. Yeah.
oh, cool.
So, I had come to Eindhoven that time, and I was like, okay, let me just check out because I've never seen you guys. You never got a chance to come to India, and it was my first trip to Europe, and I was like, okay, I mean, all these years I've been listening to the music. Let's see how the band, sounds live. And my first experience
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Even though you hardly got, I think, 40-45 minutes to play. I wish you got some more time, but it was
Oh,
amazing
wow.
to see you guys play there, and I wish you get the opportunity to come to India and play for your fans.
Well, I bet that sometime in the future we will. We already got some offers in the past, but then we already had a tour booked, so it will happen sometime. When the time is right, it will happen. And yeah, and Epic Metal Fest was a really nice concert, really great response. So we were really happy there. The vibe was good, and you make the vibe together with the crowd. It's not only the band, it's also the crowd, and together you make a party.
Absolutely, man. I totally understand. Now, before we conclude, how about you describe the sound of this Delane's upcoming stuff, maybe in a sentence.
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I think it's diverse,
Hmm.
a lot of contrast, and it's a metal album,
Ah,
but it has a lot of contrast for sure.
contrast. Amazing, dude. It was nice having a chat with you. I look forward to see you guys, sometime back in Germany for a tour. And if I'm not here, maybe in India, somewhere, but I will definitely see you again.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, dude. You have a great evening, huh?
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.